Yeah, Dave, do you know what?
What?
It's beginning to feel a lot like Christmas, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Well, it would if this wasn't the middle of November, but because of the magic of showbiz, we're being put out, or we're putting out
Put down.
in December. So, Merry Christmas almost.
Merry Christmas almost. Happy December, everybody.
Happy December. Christmas is coming, the goose is getting fat, and here in PG Manor,
Yes.
we are having a little special Christmas month like we did last year.
Yes, not that we need any excuse to open the bubbles, but we have got some bubbles to celebrate December.
Yes.
And getting into the Christmas spirit, getting all giddy, getting your tree up, getting your presents wrapped, getting that sherry cracked open.
Yes.
Not like you do any of those things,
No,
do
I
you?
don't. No, I don't. But I'm happy if people do.
Yes, I do too. My onions are pickled.
Very good.
Yes, they're pickling now.
Did you see the doctor about that? Or?
No, I've got my pickled onions ready.
Oh, good.
Yes, and then my Christmas cake is done. Yes,
Right.
so I'm gently feeding that with various liqueurs.
Okay.
Every other day.
Does that look like me when I come visit?
Yeah,
You do
basically.
gently feed me various liqueurs.
Basically like a Christmas cake in human form. I just need to feed you
Yes.
all the liqueurs.
Good. We completely
Yes.
forgot to introduce ourselves for any potentially
Oh,
new
yes.
listeners. So
Right.
we are, hello, we're the Problematic Gays. I'm Dr. Lee Arnott.
And I'm Dave Moore.
Each episode we take a piece of pop culture from yesteryear and ask ourselves the question, could you get away with it today? And if not, why not? And what does that say about society then and now?
And before we take a deep dive into our chosen topic, we'll look at the news events of the day. We'll also look at the TV and film landscape and the pop charts, just to put our chosen topic and our year into context.
I'm very
Oh.
impressed with your multitasking
Thank
there.
you,
You
thank
couldn't do that
you.
the last time we had bubbles. I had to speak for you,
No.
darling. So congratulations.
Well, some performers can't talk and do props at the same time,
No.
but I am not one of them.
No.
I'm multidisciplined.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, yes. Peter Cushing was known as Peter Props because he always liked to prop.
Did he?
Yes, he did. He used to write on his script which particular prop he could use.
Oh.
If you ever watch his performances, he always got a prop in his hand.
I remember working with a well-known soap matriarch. Show and person will remain nameless. But if a director dared to say, could you pick this up and walk over there, she used to go, don't do props.
There's a clue there in that accent, isn't there? Well, lovely.
Very beloved as well.
Very
as
beloved.
she was.
And she was
Okay.
lovely.
Yes,
But
yes,
don't
she
do
was.
props. But don't do props.
Don't do props.
Don't do props.
No.
Just pouring out, everybody, for audio listeners.
Sorry, we just went quiet then, didn't we? But we are actually doing the important stuff.
Yes.
Which is pouring out bubbles.
Lubricating the magic
Yes.
of the Problematic Gays.
Okay, so if you set your stopwatch now, gazers, from the time we're completely sober to the time the wheels fall off.
Yeah, see how long it takes.
Whoever gets the right time wins a prize.
Yes, they do.
Gets a Problematic Gaze mug.
They will.
For Christmas.
Worth £400.
Yes.
Cheers. Happy
Cheers.
Christmas, everybody. Happy December, everybody.
Happy December. So what we thought we would do this week and subsequent weeks is choose subject matter, choose TV and films that have a little bit of a Christmas ring to them.
Yes.
So this week, what have we decided to do?
This week...
Okay, just have a sip of your champagne before you do anything else. You need to gird your loins for this one.
This week, we are covering Downton Abbey at Christmas. I'm very well aware that our episode on Pretty Woman did set something of a precedent in that it was something I absolutely detested. Shirley from Creative said we've got to find some positive,
Some balance.
some balance.
Yes.
What's your relationship to Downton Abbey?
Okay, I'm going to set a bet now as well on the moment that Lee cracks during this episode, where the facade slips away from him. Now, it should be said, before we do anything else, a lot of our international listeners, particularly those in the United States and Australia, but all across the world, Downton Abbey was a phenomenon.
Yes, it was.
And it spread all around the world.
Yes, it was.
So,
and I'm silently judging every single one of you.
because it was a fine representation of, the
So what? So what?
It was a fine representation of the history
wasn't.
of our fine nation.
It wasn't.
And, that's what people were fed. And, they believed that this is an accurate representation of what happened post First World War. And I have to say, I'm really in their camp.
Hey, you've cracked me already. You've cracked me already.
I knew it. Yeah, all right then, let's just move on. Okay, what did Downton mean to me? Was that the question?
What was your relationship with Downton Abbey?
Watched it when it was on. I didn't watch it all the way through. I did, admittedly, slip and slide. Had other things to do. But did enjoy it at the time.
Okay.
I kind of see it for what it was, which we'll discuss later. I knew it wasn't the second coming. I knew it was just a phenomenon for various reasons, but not necessarily the right reasons. But I just thought it was gentle and it was nice and it was well shot, well lit, and well shot and well lit, basically. Well designed.
Right.
So, yeah, that's about it. What about you?
I hated it.
Right.
I was really looking forward to it because Julian Fellows, the creator and writer, had obviously written Gosford Park, which is your classic big country house story, which I loved. I thought it was fantastic. And I loved Upstairs, Downstairs, the original. So I thought this was going to be in that vein and manner. Was very quickly disabused of that notion when I realised, okay, we're doing chocolate box history, and just couldn't watch it.
Right.
And once the historical inaccuracy started to flood in, I just couldn't watch it.
Yeah. It surprises me then, actually, that you managed to make it through a whole episode for the episode we watched today.
Yeah, that's right, because it was quite a long one.
Yeah, it was 90 minutes.
90 minutes, yeah.
What?
Nothing. All right, I didn't bloody watch it. I couldn't get to the end, all right? God's sake. I got an hour and 10 minutes in.
Clutching of pearls.
Clutching of pearls. I got an hour and 10 minutes in.
Yeah.
By which stage, you're making me slag it off already, by which stage I didn't care.
Right.
But also the ITVX player on my Apple TV is rubbish. And I got caught in a doom loop of adverts that lasted 15 minutes, darling. I just couldn't do it. Right. So I had to go on Wikipedia just to check the rest of the plot, just so I was up to speed, so I could do a synopsis. And you know, I don't feel bothered. I'm not bothered.
Really?
I'm not bothered.
That's dedication for you. That's Lee's dedication to the podcast right there.
Not bothered.
Okay. All right then.
Busted.
Yeah.
Busted everybody.
The Time's going to be furious with us.
Obviously, proved her point.
Yeah.
Knew it.
Knew it. They didn't watch it. They don't watch what they're talking about. Well, I watched it, Gators, because I'm dedicated and I actually quite liked it. So, okay, with that all being said.
So this was 2011.
Yeah.
Christmas Day, Sunday the 25th of December, 2011. Now, we have looked at 2011 in our episode on Game of Thrones. It's the year Kate and William got married, news of the world ends, riots in the summer, the death of Amy Winehouse. But here are some more events. Should we cross over to the news desk?
Let's do it. So, other big news events for 2011. On the 1st of January, inmates riot at Ford Open Prison in West Sussex. Windows are smashed and part of the prison is set on fire by prisoners, whose rioting was believed to have been sparked by staff attempts to breathalyse prisoners amid allegations that alcohol had been smuggled into the prison. Well, that's very prison cell blockade.
Yes,
right there.
but doesn't it seem almost innocent now compared to the drugs that get droned in and, it just seems like, oh.
Simpler
They
times.
want to ban booze in prisons. I mean, God, it's the least of their worries now, isn't it?
It really is.
Really? This is only 14 years ago.
Well, I can't believe it's been 14 years since Amy Winehouse died.
Yeah, I know. On the 18th of January, a gay couple win a discrimination case against Christian hoteliers who refused to let them stay in a double room. Speaking of 1974, once you're back.
That's going to start happening again, you know.
It
Not to
is.
put a dampener on things, but yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's all cyclical. We learn nothing from the past.
Yeah.
Let's have another sip of champagne.
Yeah.
Happy Christmas, darling.
Happy Christmas. Ready for the extermination camps, but never mind. Here we go.
Yeah, on the 21st of January, Tony Blair appears before the Chilcot inquiry into the Iraq War.
Yeah, she's going to be saying stuff like, well, I don't know. We thought it was true. Weapons of mass destruction. They didn't make it up, honestly. Wasn't photocopied and stuck together from some old fucking report. Anyway, on the 5th of February, David Cameron uses his first speech as Prime Minister to share a message of hope, a message of joy. No, he criticises, quote, state multiculturalism in his first speech on radicalisation and the causes of terrorism. I mean...
Right, so it's... yeah,
What?
Champagne's kicked in. Yeah, I mean, we bleat on a lot about multiculturalism
We don't.
on this podcast. Well, we do.
We do in a good, positive
good
way. But how
way.
many bloody politicians use it for cheap, kind of
Do you know
just
what I mean? Clickbait.
clickbait?
Yeah. Anyway, let's gloss over that because I can't be asked to talk about that.
No,
today. Okay, on the 10th of February, former Labour MP Jim Devine is convicted of 2 counts of fraud for falsely claiming £8,385 in expenses. Devine is the first MP to stand trial in the United Kingdom parliamentary expenses scandal and is later sentenced to 16 months imprisonment.
That was a big hoo-ha, wasn't it?
Yeah.
All the MPs claiming money because they don't get paid enough, you see. That's the problem.
Yeah. I mean, refer back to our benefit street.
Yes. Oh,
Couple
don't.
of weeks ago.
My piss will start boiling again.
Obviously, we demonise the working classes, the poorer end of the working classes for fiddling the benefit system.
Work shy and
all that. And then at the very top of the tree, they're doing exactly the fucking same thing.
Yes. Well, that bubble's kicking right in, isn't it? We've got the F-bomb already and all. Boils my piss, though. Does yours?
Yeah. It's the hypocrisy of it all.
The hypocrisy of it all.
Darling.
Yeah, bastards. On the 30th of June, the cheque guarantee card scheme is withdrawn after operating for over 40 years. The scheme ensured some cheques were honoured, even if the account holder did not have sufficient funds in their account. They were a lifesaver when I was a student.
Oh, yeah, I've done that before.
Oh, my God, writing that cheque knowing you've not got enough money, but thank God you got like 3 days grace on it.
Yeah, well, I wanted to pay for a boombox, whatever you call it.
Speakers.
Yeah, CD player, tape deck.
Ghetto blaster.
I went into one of the popular high street electrical stores and said, can I pay by cheque? I'm going to pay by cheque, thinking I've got 3 days to get the cash together and everything. And they said, oh, well, you can pay by your card now. It's on Switch. This was like...
Switch?
Yeah. This was in like 1994.
Right.
And I shat my pants.
Yes.
But actually it went through.
Wow.
And my grand must have gone in or something.
Yes, must have done, yeah. I remember just moving to London in 95 and I had no money at all. I didn't have a job when I got here and went to pay for a month's travel card using my check guarantee card. Yeah. And for some reason, it wouldn't accept it. Already the system was getting sophisticated. Yeah. And he had my card and he was a really smug guy. It was Marble Arch Station. And he went, the rules say I've got to cut this card in half in front of you so you can't use it again. Oh. Snipped it. I was just like, no! Yeah. Bastard.
Oh, gosh.
I didn't realise they were around till 2011.
Yeah.
Gosh, it's quite a long time, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, let's move on. 2011 was the second warmest year on record for the UK, according to the Met Office. Only 2006, with an average temperature of 9.73 C.
Centigrade or Celsius, equally the same. David only found out 2 weeks ago that Celsius and centigrade are the same thing.
Well, I think a lot of our gazers will be surprised by that fact.
Yeah, a lot of them.
Yeah, I wasn't very good at physics. I dropped it as soon as I could. 9.3 degrees C, 49.5 degrees Fahrenheit. So only 2006 was warmer than 2011's average temperature of 9.62 degrees centigrade/Celsius.
Yeah, we don't need the Fahrenheit. It's fine.
Just it was warm.
Hot.
It was warm in 2011.
Yeah. And finally, some good news for the year. In April, the UK's last circus elephant is retired.
Oh.
The days when you used to go to a circus and there'd be these beautiful wild creatures forced to perform ridiculous things. I'm so pleased those days are gone.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
It was. I remember going to the Moscow State Circus.
Gosh.
Yeah, when I was a kid. Went to Moscow when I was a kid.
Did you?
Yeah, saw Lenin in his mausoleum.
Wow.
Yeah, but went to the Moscow State Circus and at half time, they filled the ring up with water and there's these performing seals.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Crazy.
Oh, God, those poor animals.
Yeah, okay. Well, I managed to put a negative slant on that.
Yeah, for good news that there are no more in this country after 2011. Elephants, at least. I'm sure the rest of the animals. Now, what I also did in preparation was I thought we'd have a look at what was on Christmas Day telly.
Oh, yes.
On the two big BBC and ITV channels here.
Do it.
So, should I kick off?
Yes, do it.
We can ignore the lots of stuff, but let's have a look. So there's a film, Miracle on 34th Street at 11, Aladdin's on at 1:15, The Queen obviously 3 o'clock, 10 past 3 is Happy Feet. So we've got film on ITV. They've basically just given up, haven't they? At 5:30, New You've Been Framed, Merry Christmas. At 6 o'clock, Emmerdale.
Yes.
At 7 o'clock, All-Star Family Fortunes.
With Vernon Kay.
With teams from The Only Way is Essex and Benidorm.
Oh my God, it just seems a little bit lower rent, doesn't it?
Low rent. 8 o'clock, Corrie. 9 o'clock, Downton Abbey.
Yeah.
One we're talking about today. 2 hours later, ITV News, and then a repeat of Benidorm, and then the repeat of something called the Comedy Annual. That's Merry Christmas from ITV1.
Yes.
Very low rent, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. You'd have to drink your way through that, wouldn't you?
Really, you would.
Yeah. Okay, so BBC One, 10 a.m. is the Christmas Day Eucharist from Lichfield Cathedral, live. Can you imagine if you're like a BBC cameraman thinking, oh, I get to have a nice Christmas morning, with my family and my friends, and slowly drink my body weight in Baileys. It's like, no, you're being put on the rota live from Lichfield Cathedral from 10 a.m. on Christmas Day morning.
Well, I like to think that they probably said, who would like to do the Christmas Day Eucharist? And so somebody who's that way inclined probably is volunteered for it, as opposed to you with a face like a scalped ass because you can't get to the sherry yet.
I'd have a sherry during the hymn.
Jerks away.
Yeah. Shot 53. Shit, that's me.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, so 11 a.m, Songs of Praise, Christmas Day Big Sing, introduced by Ella Jones from the Royal Albert Hall. I'm guessing that wasn't live.
I'm guessing that wasn't live. But also, interesting, the BBC still doing its remit of religious programming.
Yes.
For there on Christmas morning.
Yeah, 11:40, Oldie But a Goodie, Morecambe and Wise, the 1971 Christmas show, repeats. Might be revisiting the older Eric and Ernie.
Might be.
After the news, the film is Kung Fu Panda from 2008, and then at 2 p.m, Top of the Pops Christmas special with performances from Example, Ollie Mures, Adele, Pixie Lott. Wow. Do you know, time is just this big wibbly wobbly time thing, isn't it? Like when you get to 2011, this feels like it was only 2 years ago. It's weird. Where does the time go?
It just feels kind of abstract. It doesn't really feel like it's a historical period. I know what you mean.
It's 14 years ago. Where's it all gone? Where's the time gone? 3 o'clock, The Queen. 3:10, the film Monsters vs. Aliens. It's an animation premiere. Oh, God, it's films, isn't it?
Cheap fella, innit?
Yeah. 4:50, after the news, Ratatouille from 2007. It's another premiere. And then at 6:30, The Gruffalo's Child, voiced by James Corden and Robbie Coltrane. At 7 p.m, Doctor Who, The Widow and the Wardrobe. Now, that was a shit one, wasn't it?
It was all right. Yeah, it's a little bit World War II wanky, if I'm being brutally honest.
Okay. 8 p.m, Strictly Come Dancing. Do you watch Strictly Come Dancing on Christmas?
No.
I can't be bothered with it.
I can't be bothered with it either. There's no jeopardy.
There's no jeopardy, and I can't bother to invest in new people if it's only going to be for like an hour.
My sentiments exactly. And also, I'm not a huge fan of Christmas.
Yeah.
I think Strictly just feels like the most Christmassy, in-your-face Christmas that I can just do without by that point.
It just feels like they're like, oh, we've got to bosh this one off.
Yeah.
Christmas. So a bit cynical.
Yes, it is. But, we're going to have to get used to this when we're presenting it, darling. So,
shit. No, sorry. I really like Christmas Strictly Special. I can't wait to film it with you.
Yeah, can't wait to film it. Yeah, it's going to be great.
Fantastic.
It's going to be fantastic.
Shit, I'll edit that bit out. Yeah. Okay, 9 p.m, EastEnders, on for an hour. Yes, my bread and butter. Number 10, Absolutely Fabulous. That must be a new one.
Yes, it was. I can't really remember it. I can't picture which one it was.
No. And then at 10:30, Michael McIntyre's Comedy Roadshow.
Well, I mean, that's a bit of a better lineup. At least they're trying to make some effort.
Yes.
I have put the top 10 most watched programmes overnight ratings for Christmas Day. These did change, but basically, do you want to go from number 10 up?
Yes, let's do it. So number 10 was Emmerdale.
Number 9 was The Queen.
Number 8, Michael McIntyre's Christmas Roadshow.
Number 7 was The Gruffalo's Child.
Number 6, Absolutely Fabulous.
Number 5, Strictly.
Number 4, Downton Abbey.
Number 3, Doctor Who.
Number 2, Coronation Street.
And number 1, EastEnders. That was the overnight. I know for a fact that Downton overtook everything. Yeah. Doctor Who was second. Yeah. I think the soaps wiggled down to like 4 and 5. I can't remember. But still, I mean, there's still good ratings though overnight, aren't they? 2011, there's still a lot of viewers to be had. Yeah. But obviously that changes.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Christmas Day was a Sunday, which means that the charts refreshed that Christmas Day as well. So we'll have a look at what the charts were saying on the 25th of December 2011.
Let's do it.
Now, are you confident about this chart?
I'm confident about this chart.
I'm not.
Aren't you?
I think it's going to be word salad.
Fine. Okay, let's see.
I'll start us off.
Yeah, I suppose so.
The one that got away, Katy Perry at number 20.
We know Katy Perry. We know
Katy Perry.
Hang on, let me just have a sip before we go this. We know
that helped.
We know Katy Perry.
Personally, yeah. She's right good, mate.
Yeah, she's right good. She's coming around later.
She's coming with Justin.
Yeah, she's coming to watch the Big Brother final.
Is that on tonight, is it?
Yeah.
Fucking hell. What's happened today? His brain's gone to much.
You know I'm a Big Brother fanatic.
Yeah.
51 years old. Haven't learnt.
Just 51. Oh, yeah, I'm 52.
You're
All
old.
right. Do you want to go on?
Is it you next?
No, I've just done Katy Perry.
Okay. Sexy and I Know It.
I know that one.
Yes, number 19 for LMFAO.
Take Care.
Oh, thank you.
That's number 18.
Okay.
Drake featuring Rihanna.
Number 17, a new entry for We All I Want for Christmas Is You.
What more needs to be said
Love
about
it.
that song? I do like that
do
song.
like
It's one of the few ones
Yeah.
that I actually quite enjoy. Number 16, Earthquake, Labyrinth, feature Tiny Tempura.
That rings a tiny little bell.
Not for me.
Number 15 is Moves Like Jagger, Maroon 5 featuring Christina Aguilera.
Classic, that one.
Yeah, very good.
Me and
very
my
good.
goddaughter used to do on the Wii karaoke
Oh, did you?
in the day, yeah.
Do you know what? I haven't done a karaoke for years. Quite like to do it. You have to have a couple of little champers before, don't you?
Unless, at kitchen discos in my house. Sometimes we put a karaoke video on and just sing along.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there was
the
that time a couple of months ago when we recreated the Sugar Babe.
Yes, that wasn't karaoke, that was a concert, Dave.
Oh, yes.
Yes, it was a full concert at Wembley.
Yeah. Hashtag Justice for Heidi.
Justice for Heidi.
Is it me or you?
To you again, by heck. This is slick, isn't it?
Number 14, Lego House, Ed Sheeran.
I can't believe Ed Sheeran's been around for that long.
Oh, it's nuts.
It's that timey-wimey thing you talked about.
Yeah. Did I tell you about the time when I almost had an almost private concert by Ed Sheeran?
No.
Well,
Are you sure it was Ed Sheeran?
It wasn't
tell
an
you.
almost private concert, but it was a concert with about 40 other people in the room. So it wasn't a private one.
Oh,
but
okay. It wasn't a one-on-one.
It was at a wedding I went to.
Okay.
And he was basically...
What, the minstrel?
he was the singer.
Was this before fame?
No, this was at the height of his fame.
Wow.
Yes. It was a very esteemed celebrity / sporting couple who got married. We were invited to the wedding. I won't tell you the what's and wherefores of why I was there, but I was there. And he did like a whole set, free cocktails.
Right.
And
You
then
would
he
hope
kind
so.
of did this thing where he got on the DJ stand and he was just playing different songs from different artists, but beatboxing over it and rapping, making up these raps on the spot.
Wow.
While we were doing it. And he was insanely talented.
Right.
Yeah.
We was watching thinking, wish it was Mel C.
Was. When's Carol Decker coming on?
She's got a bit right, doesn't she?
Has.
Carol.
Oh, Carol.
She's not holding back, is she?
It's bitter.
Bitter.
Yeah.
Come on the pod, Carol.
Come on the podcast.
Number 13, of course, it's the classic Every Year Fairy Tale of New York.
Yeah.
Vogue featuring Kirsty McCall.
Yes. Now, what do you think about them changing the word faggot?
I am always disturbed by the word faggot. I never used to be until I was in a bar a couple of years back and that line came up and it felt very pointedly used by a lot of straight blokes to be homophobic.
Oh, I see. Oh, when they were singing it out
Yes,
loud.
yeah.
Right.
And it was at that point I thought, actually, this does carry some... And Kirsty McCall hated it. She changed it. Every time she sang it live, she would sing the new version.
Really?
So Shane McGowan sang the new version. So it's only a certain type of person who wants to use the word faggot in a derogatory sense who will complain that everything's getting too woke again.
Yeah.
But over to which I say, fuck off. The greatest respect.
Okay, number 12 is Mama Do the Hump by Rizzle
Now, the Whistle Kicks, they're from 1979 Top of the Pops, aren't they? Refer back to our episode on Blake 7.
Oh.
Yeah, I meant to say, would you remember a couple of weeks back when you were trying to name new wave and punk bands?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and I meant to say, I can't remember what they're called, but I said such and such and the Rizzle Kicks. No, damn them. So, but here they are in their appropriate time slot.
I can't even remember what I had for dinner yesterday, never mind what we said last week.
Clearly.
It's you.
Number 11, Smells Like Teen Spirit, Nirvana. That must re-release, I guess.
Yes, yeah. I mean, what a fantastic song that is.
Yeah.
Have you heard the Tori Amos version of it?
No.
Yes. Well, as you can imagine, it's a bit slower and a bit more piano-y.
A bit more Kate Bush.
Yeah, but it's very good. Okay, number 10, absolute banger. We Found Love, Rihanna featuring Calvin Harris.
Yes, it is. It is, absolutely. Number 9, Levels, Avicii.
Good old Avicii. Number 8, Dedication to My Ex, brackets Miss That, Lloyd featuring Andre 3000, Lil Wayne. That's just words.
That's just words.
Words on the page.
Yeah. Number 7, Good Feeling, Fleur Rider. I always think Fleur Rider sounds like she should be cleaning the bog somewhere. Where's Fleur? She's doing upstairs toilets.
Number 6, Dance With Me Tonight, Ollie Moores. Really? What you got against him?
I remember he was X Factor, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Just find him really bland.
Bless the Mers.
I'm trying a bit of AMSR, darling.
Ollie Mers is shit.
Ollie Mers. Anyway, number 5, Paradise by Coldplay.
Oh, so I nodded off then. Sorry.
Just to be a mention of Coldplay.
Oh, number 4, Forever Yours, Alex Day. That's new in at number 4. I no recollection.
What is happening?
I don't know.
What's happening at number 3? Dominic the Donkey by Lou Monte. What the fuck is that?
Number 2, Cannonball by Little Mix. Now, I won't have a word said against Little Mix.
I won't either.
I just think they were fabulous. I mean, it wasn't my kind of music.
Nor mine.
I just felt like...
But give me a little bit of Black Magic. I love it.
Oh, Black Magic, yeah. That's right. Good one, that, isn't it?
Shout out to my ex. Love it.
Yeah, and they just felt... They got such a... Well, this is on the back of the Girl Bands documentary that was on a few weeks ago. And
Where are girls allowed?
Where are girls allowed? Justice for girls allowed.
Yeah.
Justice for Heidi.
Wow.
All that shit.
that.
But they just got such a barrage of criticism...
Body shaming.
On social media.
Didn't they?
Yeah. But I mean, they helped each other through it. I mean, probably contributed to various mental health issues. But it would, wouldn't it, if you were there? I mean, I know when we get a shite comment, which doesn't happen very often.
No, but David does fall apart. And I have to pick him up.
Yeah.
Jerry Halliwell once said, lift me up. Sorry, lift me up.
Oh, with the space aliens in the car.
Yes. Yeah. For some reason. Yeah.
I mean, the budget wasn't being spent on the videos at that point, was it?
No, it wasn't. No. Okay, so number 1, Christmas Day is...
Let's do it.
Okay. Wherever You Are, or Military Wives with Gareth Malone.
Okay.
I think that
for
must
a good cause.
That must have been the year of Military Wives, which I adored, by the way. Military Wives, I absolutely loved that show.
Really?
Sobbed at it. Yeah. I know, weird, huh?
Didn't see it.
2011 me compared to 2025 me.
You've had your soul removed.
No. I've become awakened. I've become woke.
Oh, yeah, you're fucking woke, you are.
I am. As Kathy Burke said, I'd rather be woke than a cunt.
Fucking woke. Right,
so that was the charts. That was Christmas Day music. We wouldn't have been listening to your ghetto blaster, would we? Your boombox.
The boombox from 1994.
Yeah.
So.
We can't put it off any longer. Should we go through the doors of Downton Abbey at Christmas?
I'm so excited for this.
Would you like to tell us a bit about the TV show Downton Abbey, Dave?
Well, I've actually got quite a lot.
You haven't.
To say. Okay.
Just the bare minimum, please.
Downton Abbey is a British historical television drama.
Thank you, that'll do.
Just a little bit more.
Go on.
Downton Abbey is a British historical drama television series based... Sorry, champagne's kicking in now.
One line.
Yeah, okay. It was set in the early 20th century, created and co-written by Julian Fellowes. It aired in the United Kingdom on ITV on the 26th of September 2010. The series is set in the fictional Yorkshire country estate of Downton Abbey between 1912 and 1926, and it depicts the lives of the aristocratic Crawley family and their domestic servants in the post-Edwardian era, and the effects great events of the time have on their lives and the British social hierarchy. Downton Abbey has been praised by television critics and received numerous accolades, including Golden Globe Awards for the Best Miniseries or Television Film and a Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Miniseries or Movie. It was recognised in the Guinness World Records for the most critically acclaimed English language television series of 2011. So, there you go, that's the bones of it. So what you got to say about that? Stick that in your pipe and smoke it.
I will. You know I will.
Oh, sorry, hang on a sec. It earned 27 Primetime Emmy Award nominations after its first 2 series, the most for any international television series in awards history. It was the most watched television series on both ITV and PBS, and it became the most successful British costume drama since the 1981 television serial A Brideshead Revisited. Anything you've got to say about that?
I will in a moment. Shall I give you a synopsis of what happens in this episode?
Go on then.
As snow falls over Downton, the Crawley family prepares for a traditional Christmas, but tensions simmer beneath the festivities. Bates is found guilty of his wife's murder. Merry Christmas. Mary struggles with her feelings for Matthew, but is engaged to a rotter. Amidst candlelit dinners, whispered secrets, a repudiation of the class system, and an attempt to deconstruct systems of oppression. I'm sorry, that's not this. After pretty frocks and lots of posh people talking at each other, to no one's surprise, Bates wins a reprieve and Matthew proposes to Mary. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Now, can I start?
Yes.
I want to ask you a question.
Yes.
Why do you think Downton Abbey became such a phenomenon?
I will go into that. I was going to go into that later, but we can do it now if you want.
Let's do it now.
Because I thought to myself, listen, I can't just spend this long just slagging off this show.
Yeah.
Clearly people loved it. I didn't. That's fine. It looks amazing. The frocks are lovely. So I got to thinking, what is it? Why was it so successful? And then that drew me into a little bit of the history of the costume drama and actually what its social function is. And I'd like to bring in at this point the Forsyte saga, just to throw out. You've heard of the Forsyte saga. Yes, yeah. So after the Second World War, Britain is in a slow and painful contraction. We're losing empire everywhere. Our economy's lagging. Social order is fracturing. And costume dramas act as a kind of panacea. They're lush, they're mannered. The order of society and the hierarchy, everyone knows their place within them. So they're a comforting idea. And the country house stands as a symbol of stability and a time when Britain ruled the waves, effectively. They let audiences know that something of that Britain remains, which is a comforting thought. So the Forsyte saga comes along, first airs in 1967. Now, we've talked about the huge social changes taking place in 1967 in the UK, where this is free love, all this kind of stuff. The divide between the older generations and the people who fought in the war against the new hippies and stuff like this. So the Forsyte saga is huge, and it's the first really huge costume drama like this. It's also the first BBC's big international hit. It's huge in America. 18 million people are watching in the UK. There's talk of like pubs emptying on a Sunday night when it was on. The Queen was a fan. And it, again, shows this world of manners, money, moral restraint, which again seems a comforting idea. Fast forward a couple of years to the early 70s, when again, Britain is in a whole heap of shit, and we get Upstairs, Downstairs, which again is the kind of classic setup, the big house as a kind of microcosm of class, empire, and all this stuff. Although Upstairs, Downstairs, to its credit, its first couple of seasons is trying to say something about these systems, and it's quite socialist, and the characters suffer in these systems, but it eventually gets a bit cozy as well. And the toffs and the working classes have this lovely relationship, which is very, at the start of Upstairs Downstairs, very brittle and very antagonistic, as it was. And then the BBC does a thing called the Sunday Night Classic serial throughout the 70s, which is again is this panacea for this idea of a world that's gone, a world where everybody knew their place, where manners were key, when basically there were no black people, basically, the rich were in charge. It doesn't question them at all. It just says, wasn't this lovely? Which is my big problem with Downton Abbey. Even fast forward to things like Bridgerton, which is the genre, but with this time as a race conscious, or The Great, which is framed as a kind of female women's lib consciousness, but they're still comforting. And the modern variations, modern iterations of this allow us still to wallow in this nostalgia of when Britain ruled the waves, but at the same time, that kind of a desire for when the world was a simpler place, nostalgia, shitstalgia.
Everything was in order.
Everything was in order is a very powerful wherever you are in the world. And if it feels like things are tumbling around, civilizations are ending, then you can always look to something like this just to remind you of how it used to be, how it was properly used to be. And things like Bridgerton I find particularly egregious because not only is it really historically inaccurate, and I'm not bothered about, it's lovely, it's inclusive, but what it does is it allows for inclusivity, but again, doesn't question the dynamics of empire, slavery, doesn't throw into any of those in sharp relief, just gives a nice frothy, we're having another ball, having a dance, what a lark. So I think costume dramas act as a panacea for if times are feeling a bit shit, if times are feeling uncertain, if it feels like the old order is being usurped or it's all happening, changes happening too quickly, then these are a nice reflection into a history where everything seems to be much easier. And you see it in social media these days. You see, I saw some twat had posted
nostalgia porn.
Yes. And some twat had posted a picture of some massive country house and said, this was when Britain used to be a great country. And it's like, well, what were the systematic inequalities and the oppression of the poor and all this stuff? Fuck off, So that's what I think.
Okay, so that was all really interesting. I'd never thought about it that way, that it was a kind of like an escape into a simpler class structure, a simpler world, as kind of an escape from the everyday shit of the 60s, 70s and beyond. My question to you is, I suppose, I know you were a really big fan of Upstairs, Downstairs. So why did you have such an adverse reaction to Downton Abbey that you didn't have to upstairs downstairs?
Because the first couple of seasons of Upstairs Downstairs were written by people like Faye Weldon, who tried to address and not to give it this chocolate box.
Right.
So it's gritty, it's raw. If you watch the very first episode of Upstairs Downstairs, it's a classic drama setup for an introductory episode. Pauline Collins, R.I.P. by the way, God love her, gives the performance of her life in 50 minutes. She's taken in as an underhouse parlour maid and has treated like shit. And it has a socialist, progressive ideology behind it that eventually gets ironed out and gets smoothed out into the kind of Downton Abbey. By its final season, it's basically just Downton Abbey. And it's all, oh, look at lovely rich people in frocks, you know. But at the beginning, it's really trying to do something different.
Right.
Which is what I was hoping Downton, probably unfairly because it's Sunday night ITV, but then Upstairs Downstairs was Sunday night ITV, you know. But there was a different agenda in the early 70s, I guess.
The only kind of storyline I kind of saw for Upstairs Downstairs was when the Pauline Collins character, what's she called? Sarah.
Yeah.
Gets pregnant.
Yes.
By one of the upstairs.
James Bellamy.
Yes, James Bellamy.
Williams. Yeah.
Simon Williams, yes, from The Archers.
Yes.
Yeah. And she gets sent away. I mean, he initially goes, well, I'll look after you and, you know, we'll run away together or whatever. And she obviously believes that. And then once his family get wind of what's going on, she's unceremoniously packed away. And there's a scene where she's looking at him to say, are you going to save me? Are you going to say anything? And he just looks away.
Yeah.
So I guess that's probably when the tide turned, where it was more leaning up towards in favour of the aristocracy.
But then again, things like the entire fourth season of Upstairs Downstairs is set in the First World War. And I've said to you before, they used to show it in schools because it was so historically accurate and actually shows how the different class stratifications kind of came together, but they're still hidebound by these. So even though you might get the posh girl working with the servant, they ain't mates, they don't become friends, and the people below stairs are often reminded of their place, and they're never allowed to develop a relationship, to the extent that the cast members and even the crew would start to treat the cast differently. And in their breaks, you'd get the downstairs people sitting over here, you get the upstairs people, and the upstairs people would get first dibs on the canteen trolley that come in. And G. Marsh would be like, hang on, I created this show. What is she getting first dibs for? You know, so it even permeated into the working environment.
Yeah. That's really interesting. And I suppose one of my first notes about Downton, just leading on from that, you know, you say Upstairs Downstairs creates this very kind of historically accurate social divide. Never the twain shall meet. You're here to serve us and we're here to rule over you. The very first scene in this episode of Downton is the decorating of the Christmas tree, where the downstairs people are allowed to come up and help with the decorating of the tree. And then the aristocratic classes recognising the work of the downstairs classes by saying, okay, so they can all have their Christmas lunch and we'll have our Christmas lunch in the evening. And then they're invited to a ball where the aristocrats dance with the downstairs people. And then all the way through, there's relationships between the Lord and his head butler and Lady Mary and her maidservant, where they have like really intimate chats about things. And it's all quite altruistic. You know, the upper classes like help them out of pickles or offer a sounding board to their problems and things. And I just felt like this doesn't feel very accurate to me.
You're absolutely correct. There's an idea of noblesse oblige, which was what the ruling classes used to tell themselves. You have an obligation to the people who work for you in that you treat them well and treat them with respect. And the opening scene of this, you know, as you say, the Christmas tree is getting put up and then the servants would get their gift, which is probably historically accurate. But I'm telling you what, that family would be saying, right, get your Christmas dinner, you got an hour, then you come back up to serve us, you know, and you will stay awake until the last one of us has gone to bed. But the thing about Downton towards the end of its life, Upstairs Downstairs, is Miss Shaw. She's the character who is somebody's servant from Scotland, and she says the last place that she worked they had to serve on New Year's Eve, which you get a little hint of the truth of the situation. Remember, there were some big houses where servants had to turn and face the wall if their masters or mistresses came past them in a corridor. They weren't able to look at them, a bit like Cella Black. But another thing about the kind of chocolate box history is that even when they show inequality and iniquity, the upper classes are still these lovely, benevolent, paternalistic. So Lord Grantham is kind, even like the Queen in the crown, sacrifices herself for her duty. And again, it just kind of preserves this sense of moral prestige, you know. Even if Britain has lost its political power and lost its empire, we still lead the world in decency, you know. And that's it. That's why it just pisses me off.
Okay, so now this is set on New Year's Eve 1919, leading into
I mean, it opens at
1920.
Christmas.
Yes.
Not a lot of Christmas in this, was there?
No, not a lot of Christmas. But I mean, this is the first Christmas without war.
Yes.
And around this time, the aristocratic classes were in a lot of trouble, weren't they?
Yeah.
Now, a lot of their money was dwindling, and because a lot of the aristocratic classes fought alongside the working classes in the war, there was a kind of like a breakdown in the class distinction in attitudes, in working class attitudes to the aristocracy.
Yeah.
Working classes were kind of thinking, we fought this fucking war for this country. We come back here and we're still treated like we're shit.
Yes.
We're the bottom feeders,
Yes.
you know. So there was that. And also, because they were kind of running out of money because of the financial crises of the war, then they couldn't afford to pay staff as much. So a lot of working class people were leaving domestic service.
Yeah, why would you do service?
Because
you
of a
know?
lot of emerging industries that they could get paid better in.
Absolutely. I remember a lot of women had worked during the war, munitions
Yeah.
factories and stuff. So they were just like, the fuck am I going to come and clean the underhouse stairs or get up at 5 o'clock to light somebody's fire and then work until 11 o'clock at night, you know.
Yeah.
So you're right, opportunities for working classes do expand after the war, undoubtedly. And though you're right about that kind of democratization of the war, and it's difficult to get our head around, but I mean, we see cenotaphs and memorials. I mean, don't even think about them, but actually they were really potent and powerful symbols. But also there were a ton of men on the streets with arms and legs missing who are a very visible reminder of what the country and what they have just done. So absolutely, it does feel like the foundations of society are shifting a bit, but the establishment is still able to keep its hold on power and does itself a PR job, basically, throughout the 1920s and 30s in order to maintain its power. But you're right, the system is starting to crumble.
And it's kind of reflected in this episode, isn't it?
A little. There is the overhang of war, for sure.
Yeah, well, the overhang of war, I felt, was just really not handled great. Because there was mention of the war, but there was no mention of the fallout, apart from one character who had a bit of a injured arm.
Yeah.
And that was all that was alluded to.
There is the Ouija board, because spiritualism increases hugely after the war.
Right.
Because obviously people are desperate to get in touch with people who haven't come back from France.
I didn't associate the Ouija board with that.
And what you do is, throughout the First World War, you get a lot of newspapers and magazine articles about dreams, because women are dreaming of their sweethearts. So there's the idea that you could contact your loved ones through dreams, or if not, you could speak to them via a Ouija board. So the spiritualism church membership rockets after First World War. And it's another class thing, actually. You get upper classes, middle classes, lower classes, all trying to contact the dead. So there was a very subtle nod to...
I see. That makes sense of it, because I thought that was just a little bit plonked. I mean, why is that there? But that was historically an accurate portrayal.
I'll give it
there.
that tick.
Yeah, fine.
And plus, the British always love a ghost story at Christmas. It's a real tradition.
I see.
You know, so a little bit of spooky thrown in doesn't hurt.
Yeah. Okay. For all you're saying about the divide, and people are portrayed, you know, in the upper classes as being the moral guardians. In this, I felt like there was a lot of compromising behaviour by the aristocratic classes. We've got Lady Mary, who we can talk about. There was the Turkish incident being alluded to. So Lady Mary's betrothed to Ian Glenn's character, Sir Richard Carlisle. And it's very much, she's doing it under duress because she loves Matthew, and that's kind of like the running kind of theme out of Downton Abbey and everything. And at the end, we get a really nice kind of snowy Christmas Day proposal, which was one of the worst acted scenes committed to celluloid, in my opinion.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry, I missed it.
Oh, you didn't even see it. Yeah, so Ian Glenn, he's kind of like a newspaper journalist magnate or something, and he's managing to keep Lady Mary's scandalous past out of the newspapers on the condition that she marries him, basically.
Yes.
And Lady Mary, a couple of years ago, slept with a Turkish visitor to Downton Abbey, and
She did.
died in her bed.
It was at that point I switched off the original series, actually. I thought, this is just rubbish. And the script is so clunky. She says, do you remember a Turkish diplomat who stayed here before the war?
Yeah.
Oh, just plonk that in.
Yeah. But there is suggestions here of the aristocracy with their knickers off,
Yes.
so to speak.
Yeah.
Isn't there? And then we've got the Nigel Havers character, who is typically Nigel Havers,
Yes.
as being a cad, an
Yes.
aristocratic cad, who's only after
Money, and quite open
money.
about it. Yeah.
Yes, it's I keep wanting to call her Miss Moneypenny, Samantha Bond's
Yes.
character. He's basically, wooing her.
Yes.
She's taken in by it, but he's a cad because, again, like post-war, with the decline of the estates and
Yeah.
everything, his family's in trouble, dire straits as well, financially as
Yeah.
well. So we do get this sense of the aristocracy not being as squeaky clean as they'd like to portray.
Absolutely, but we also get a lot of fetishizing of the aristocracy in this episode. There's a lot of scenes of just posh people speaking at each other. There's a whole sequence of them hunting, which doesn't further the plot. It's just lots of lovely pictures of posh people doing posh things.
Yes.
It doesn't add anything. It doesn't question anything. It doesn't make us think, maybe this is a bit rubbish. It doesn't make us, it's just look how lovely this is.
Well, I liked that, though. This is one of the things I liked about Downton Abbey. It's something, well, it's scroll TV, isn't it, now? It wasn't then back in 2011, but it's something you can watch on the sidelines while you're looking at something else on your phone.
But it could have just said something else as well.
Yes,
you
but
know?
the thing is, I'm just wondering if this is kind of the Hallmark audience, isn't it, that they're after?
Yes,
the
very
the
much.
American Hallmark Christmas films.
Very much.
Where it's painting a nice, pretty picture, and it's about beautiful people falling in love and having contretemps with each other. Will they, won't they? And there's a bit of domestic drama thrown into it.
Yeah.
Nice little conversations, people dressed up nice, balls and everything
Nice
like
box,
that.
lovely.
So,
yeah.
I mean...
But
I think that's the audience it's aiming for. So I don't think it's going for any hugely historically accurate portrayal
Yes,
of
yeah.
1920s aristocracy
Yes,
and
yeah.
domestic servants.
But all it allows it to do then is just to say, wasn't this lovely? And it fucking wasn't lovely. It was a shitty system in which a very rarefied few really got off on the backs of loads of other people and treated them like shit.
But my question to you is, I
Yes.
mean, obviously you're seeing it as a social historian
Yes.
that's very much immersed in this world of historical accuracy and real life stories. Do you think the general population would want to see the kind of stories that you encounter and that you study, or is it aimed at an audience that want just to watch nice things?
It's aimed at an audience to wants to watch nice things, but it could also, with a few lines or a few bits of tweaking of script, also question and just be a bit more interesting. Instead of saying, look at this, how lovely it is. It could go, look at this, how lovely it is, but think about this at the same time. It's not difficult. Is it because television has dumbed down so much? Is that what we're saying here? I don't know. Clearly this was huge. Clearly, as I said, this is a panacea for those people who just want something mindless to watch. But I just think it was just really... I said Gosford Park was a really clever study of the class divides when, an incident takes place. But this just seemed like... I thought it was really badly written, Dave.
Well, that's what I want to talk about next, because we say Julian Fellows of Gosford Park, etc.
Yes.
But charged with doing a series of 10 45-minute episodes.
Oh, the script was dreadful.
It did feel that the dialogue was really on the nose, really
Basic.
not all the time. There were some nice little moments there, and I felt as though when Julian Fellows, now I might be completely wrong, come on the pod, Julian.
Don't.
Do.
Because
if Julian Fellows called and said, I want to come on our podcast, would you go, no?
No, of course I wouldn't.
Exactly. So anyway, what I'm trying to say is that when he knew that he had some really hardcore fucking serious actors on his hands, a la Maggie Smith and Shirley MacLaine sparring with each other.
Shirley MacLaine?
Shirley MacLaine was in it.
Was she?
Oh
You're
my God, when did you
joking.
switch off?
When the Turkish ambassador got fucked to death in the bedroom.
Shirley MacLaine was in it.
Wow.
She is Lady Cora's mother from
right.
America, come over for the wedding.
I'm still not gonna
which you
watch
didn't
it.
even know there was a wedding in it.
Still not gonna watch it.
It's like doing half an episode of this.
I'm going to watch it.
So yeah, I mean the verbal sparring between Shirley MacLaine, they were literally there's two women, formidable Oscar-winning women
Yes.
in this scene.
Yeah.
it elevated it to a whole different level.
I'm sure, but was the script up to it though? Did it elevate the script?
It did. I mean, I don't know if it was the script or if it was these two Oscar-winning powerhouse women the way they delivered it.
Yeah.
But it did feel as though it kind of went on to a whole new level.
I think they made a silk's purse out of a sow's ear. Those two actors, because the dialogue in this was, as I've mentioned, the exposition was just dreadful. Do you remember a Turkish diplomat who stayed here before the war? Lady Mary, in 90 minutes, says, "I'm so sorry," 4 times. That's part of her dialogue. "I'm so sorry." And then once she has "I'm so dreadfully sorry." And it's like, come on.
Yeah.
It's just basic.
It was really basic, some of it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was heartwarming. Some of it was really... Stop it. Anyway, have a top up.
Have a top up.
I felt as though it was trying really hard to differentiate between the upstairs and the downstairs with the acting style.
Right.
The acting style upstairs, in between, like, the Hugh Bonneville character, the Earl of Grantham, Elizabeth McGovern, Cora Crawley, and Michelle Dockery and Laura Carmichael, it just felt really buttoned up and staid, and the delivery was just really clunky. Mm-hmm. Whereas downstairs, it felt a lot more naturalistic acting. It felt just a lot more relaxed and natural, like the cast were bouncing off each other.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know if that was a conscious effort by the directors to distinguish between this kind of staid, buttoned up, formal, aristocratic way of talking and the way the commoners speak.
Yes, yeah. I mean, you're right, absolutely. But it does feel like the upstairs we are acting in a costume drama.
It really
so
did.
We have to be a certain way, don't we?
It really did. And it really jarred, because it was one of the questions that I wanted to ask you was, well, I know the answer already. People didn't talk like that in real life.
They didn't.
Regardless of how much money and how big a house they lived in.
Of course they didn't. No.
It was very much... I mean, it was a bit like when we talked about Blake Seven the other day with the RADA actors and everything, which I know people disagree with me, but I stand by that. But it just felt like it was acting by numbers upstairs.
Yeah, yeah.
It was all very stiff.
Yes.
So anyway, I'm not going to labour the point, but I don't like to pinpoint actors in particular, but I will do it on this occasion. I thought Michelle Dockery's delivery was
wooden. It's a bit wooden, and that's one of the other reasons why I didn't watch anymore.
But I mean, look at the likes of Phyllis Logan playing Mrs. Hugh. There's all the downstairs staff.
Yes,
Phyllis Logan, Brendan Coyle, Joanne
Finneman, Siobhan Finneman, friend of the pod.
Yes, from Rita Sue and Bob too.
Yes.
Siobhan Finneran and Benidorm.
Yes,
they're all great.
Yeah.
And you really feel for them. Well, I mean, I know you don't because you don't like it, but I just really felt for those characters. You really felt as though they were embodying their predicament that they were in.
Right.
Whereas the upstairs people, I'm sorry, but they just weren't great. Apart from Maggie Smith.
Yeah.
And Samantha Bond.
Yes.
And Penelope Wilton.
Yes, because they can all just read the phone book at you and you're just like, oh, lovely. Again, I just think the script didn't serve anybody particularly well. There's a hint of the double standard for women and men at the time. The women play bridge until the men come through, you know. Mary alludes to the fact that she's damaged goods. But again, it doesn't say anything. That's it. This is what happened. That's it.
We're packing you off to America.
Yeah, that's
until
it.
the scandal dies down. So she confesses all to Matthew that she's a fallen woman because, and it's all going to come out, the emerging scandal, because she's managed to piss off Ian Glenn. And she says to Matthew about the Turk, "The truth is, Matthew, I'm Tessa the D'Urbervilles to your Angel Claire.
Oh, my God.
I'm a fallen woman."
Oh, my God.
And I just thought at this point, is Lee right about this show? Because it takes you to the heights, but then it lets you down again with that.
Yeah,
and I mean,
that's dreadful.
Combine that shit writing with the delivery of that shit writing, and it was just, I felt as though my arsehole was sucking up the entire planet at that point. And if it wasn't for the pretty backdrop of Downton Abbey in the dark, with the snow falling down and everything, I would have just literally vomited.
Put your foot through the telly.
Yeah. I believe there's a lot to like about this show. If you like disposable, well shot,
but doesn't challenge
drama,
you in any way.
Doesn't challenge you.
Doesn't give you any kind of thing other than just like, oh, that's lovely.
But I do appreciate what you're saying about, historical accuracy would have elevated this.
Yes. Or a bit of attempt just to question things instead of just... I mean, it's not being funny, but Gillian Fellows writes Gloucester Park, then does marry a member of the aristocracy.
Oh, really?
Yes, he's become a lord by marriage or some viscount or something. And then he writes this stuff. It's almost like flicking himself off because now he's one of them.
Really?
Yeah, he was an actor back in the day. He was in things like One Foot in the Grave and
Are we allowed to say all this?
Pie in the Sky. It's in public record. Come on the pod, Julian, I'll challenge you to it. I've got nothing else to say apart from the fact Joanna Froggatt has got a great lip tremble.
Oh, yes.
When her husband's her lover was being sent down.
Yeah.
She's got a cracking bottom lip tremble going on.
Yeah, in
Cracker
the courtroom scenes, which you probably didn't see.
I saw those. I got quite far until I got on the Domino's Pizza doom scroll. It was like, I can't do 15 minutes of adverts. We've got 2.5 hours of It's a Wonderful Life to watch next weweek.
Now, I remember Joanne Froggatt when she used to work in WH Smith's in Scarborough, when she was, as a Saturday job.
Right.
And I remember, I don't know.
Did you do a bottom lip tremble then?
No, but she was quite timid and used to scurry along. But I remember, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say this, but I used to quite fancy her.
Did you?
Because I was really shy and timid at the time.
Oh, you felt like a kindred spirit.
And this was before George Michael took me away into the dark side. And
Not literally, should add.
Yeah.
Not literally. George Michael didn't come to Scarborough and pick Dave up, pick an underage Dave up and take him somewhere and do horrible things to him.
A picture in Smash Hits of George Michael took me to the dark side. Sorry, just for clarity.
Thank you.
Yes, for legal purposes.
Legal purposes.
Yeah. I thought, she was really nice. But she was really shy. I mean, and obviously I didn't know at the time what was to come.
Clearly.
She's done right for herself.
She has. She's good. Yeah. She's good. She's very good. And as I said, a lip tremble.
Yes.
Bloody good lip tremble.
Who's done well out of Downton Abbey, would you say?
I mean, the ones who were established and were good have carried on. It's probably more fair to say, I'll tell you who's done very well, Dan Stevens.
Yes.
Who I did not rate at all, but has since been in a few kind of really good horror films and is excellent.
He played
really excellent.
He played Matthew Crawley.
I'm really impressed with him, actually.
Yeah. Shirley MacLaine's done quite well for herself.
She did already, all right. Let's look at the ones who were kind of on my own.
Joanne Froggatt, obviously. Yes. Siobhan Finneran had done well for herself.
Yes.
Was doing well for herself and continues to do well for herself. Yes, I mean, she, in my eyes, is just right up there.
Oh, please come on the pod.
Please come on the pod, Siobhan. And we didn't mean what we said about your mate Michelle and Julian. And we love them, really. She probably thinks the same, to be honest. I don't know who else to talk about.
Listen, I've put the pad away because I've got nothing else to say about this. But Merry fucking Christmas, everybody.
Do you secretly like it, but you're...
But my history, my PhD in history just allows me, no.
Yeah. Oh, okay. What would you have watched?
I've got my Maggie Smith t-shirt on.
What would you have suggested watching instead if you wanted a more accurate portrayal? I know we talked about upstairs, downstairs, but what is like the most accurate portrayal of history that you've seen in a film?
For Christmas, The Muppets Christmas Carol. I'm not fucking joking either.
Really?
Yeah.
What makes you say that? Is it Miss Piggy?
It doesn't soft soap the poverty and the grinding horror of it, Really? Yeah.
Is that the level we're at on this podcast?
Already, that's a couple of bots. No, I mean, clearly there are, of all historical movies, God, I don't know, you could watch something like The English Patient, you could watch...
Schindler's List.
Yeah.
Not really Christmassy,
no, but for Christmas, Muppets Christmas Carol.
Okay, it's Christmas Carol, everybody.
Yeah. Or the Alice Sim version of Scrooge, obviously.
Oh, yes, of course.
Which is the same story.
You there?
Yes. What day is it? Have you got anything to say about this?
No, I have. I've made extensive notes, but I mean, I think we've said all we needed to say, really.
Yeah.
Really good. If you're in the mood, I would suggest for a little bit of schmaltz, a little bit of watching people in nice frocks, well lit, shot, story wise. All right. I much preferred all the downstairs action to all the upstairs action.
Right. Not a euphemism.
No. And if you really like Hallmark Christmas movies that are coming on now in December, where there's a really hot guy and there's a girl comes back to her hometown and basically has to save Christmas with a lot of jeopardy along the way, but finally gets her handsome prince at the end, then this is probably the show for you.
Apart from no jeopardy at all. Because let me tell you, within 5 minutes, I knew Mr. fucking Bates was going to get off his murder charge, and I knew Mary was going to end up with Matthew at the end of it. So no jeopardy at all. If you like your Christmas a bit more challenging and a bit less frothy, do not watch this. What would you give it out of 10?
I would give it 9 starched cummerbunds.
Wow.
Out of 10. No, I wouldn't really. So I don't know why I said 9. Is that Freudian slip?
I'm saying nothing.
Okay, I'm going to cut that bit out.
Brainwashed.
I would give it 7 starched cummerbunds out of 10. I had to really think about that to elevate it a little bit. Yeah, what about you?
For all the reasons above, it's got nice frocks. I'm not going to do a Pretty Woman on this. There are some elements. The frocks are lovely. I'm going to give it 2 dead Turkish ambassadors out of 10. I thought it was rubbish. I brought out the big guns.
Hang on, sip me champagne, hang on.
There are very few things that in the entire time we've been doing this podcast that I haven't thought, do you know what?
Not going to bother to watch it till the end.
And this was one of them.
Oh.
And I don't feel like my life has not been less edified as a result.
Really? I sat through it, and do you know what?
You're regretting it?
No. On my ITV2 player, I was so embedded into my couch, and I had 2 dogs on top of me.
Yeah.
That I let it play to the next episode. So I could actually, if you want to, gazers, I could tell you what happens in the next episode.
Hooray!
Too.
Let's do it after we switch the microphones off, and I've gone downstairs and you're in here on your own. Let's do it.
I got on and on. It's still playing downstairs now. A week later.
Doom loop of Downton Abbey. I'm so dreadfully sorry.
I'm on 1972 now.
Your test mime, your test of your D'Urberville. Oh, fuck off. Right, that was the horror or the lovely picture postcard.
It's nice when we're a little bit divided on things.
Yes, it is. It's good. It's good.
It's a little bit of
And do you know
balance.
what was actually interesting was looking at that stuff about what period costume dramas, what their function societally is. Although that was quite
Really
interesting to research that. So
yeah, it was really interesting.
yeah.
You sounded hyper intelligent there.
spoiler alert.
Yeah,
I am.
I was quite surprised about actually. But you
I
have got a
can't pull
PhD, don't
Got a
you?
PhD. So, where are we going and when are we going next week, darling?
Next week,
Yes.
we're going across the pond and we're going all the way back to the 1940s.
Further than we've ever been before.
Wow. Where time travel whiplash is going to take us to the film starring Mr. Stewart himself.
Yes.
It's a Wonderful Life.
What is it?
Or is
Spoiler
it?
alert.
Spoiler alert. Now, It's a Wonderful Life has garnered a reputation as being a lovely, heartwarming Christmas film to watch.
Yes.
Now,
Yes, it has.
there ain't a lot of Christmas in it.
There isn't. We were sold a pup.
We were sold a pup.
Yeah.
So we put it into our Christmas collection.
Yes.
Our Christmas curation.
Yes.
And it has got a nice smattering of Christmas in it at the beginning, at the very beginning,
Yeah,
and
and the very end.
What happens in between is glorious sunshine. But if It's Wonderful Life floats your boat, or if you've ever wondered why It's Wonderful Life is regarded as such
A Christmas movie.
a wonderful Christmas movie to watch, then listen next week. Tune in, gazers.
Yes, exactly. Well, I look forward to that.
Oh,
But we will pick up later in December, honestly, a bit more exciting. In the meantime, thank you for listening or watching. Please like and subscribe our socials at Podcast Gaze on TikTok or Instagram. Email us, theproblematicgaze@gmail.com, JZE, obviously. Do follow us, please.
Follow us, please. Follow us wherever you get your podcasts, and follow us on YouTube too. Go over to your YouTube channel where you can see us in glorious Technicolor.
Glorious Technicolor.
Yes. We've got nice t-shirts on.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it, darling?
Next week, we're going to have to get a little bit Christmassy. Actually, next week, I'm going to give you your Christmas presents. Are you going to give me mine?
No,
Have you not got me anything?
because it's the 14th of November, darling.
Yeah, but IRL, in podcast live.
Okay, IPL.
It's mid-December
Oh,
now.
shit. Sorry, I didn't think about that.
Yeah,
But you know me in Christmas, love.
Didn't think about Christmas presents. Didn't watch the whole of Downton Abbey.
Get some flowers at the garage, for God's sake.
All I'm going to say is standards are slipping. Okay, must try harder.
Right, I'm off to fetishise the upper classes and not question systems of inequality and social oppression. What are you doing?
Well, I'm off to go and wrap your Christmas present.
For the date.
That's all.
Well,
I've
enjoy.
set aside a lot.
all I'm doing, because I've bought
All I'm doing is, order it on the internet, wait for it to be delivered.
Until next time, gazers, au reservoir.
Au reservoir. Cheers.
Cheers.